Hi everyone, I'm Katie with OceanCity.com and we are kicking off It's Oceans Calling 2024 and we are here with Stephen Kellogg. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, glad to be here.
So I always ask people, is this your first time in Ocean City? But I know this is definitely not your first time in Ocean City. How many times have you been? Do you live here? Like, what's the deal? Like, what connection do you have to Ocean City?
No, I mean really just deep friendship with the OAR guys. So the first year it was going to happen, and obviously we got rained out and winded out, and then last year I wasn't able to be a part of the festival, but I came down the night before and did a really fun evening over at the Crawl Street Tavern, which we're going to reprise this year as well, the night before the festival starts. And so that's actually my only time in Ocean City proper, but I have spent a lot of time in Maryland over the years and other parts, and I'm excited to be going back.
So I think it's just a tradition now. Whenever we have a music festival, you have to kick it off the night before. What do you think?
I feel like that seems like it's only right, you know?
And so let's talk about the concert. You're coming down Thursday, Crawl Street Tavern. What time is the show? How much are tickets? What can people expect when they get there?
Yeah, so like getting a little bit of, I really loved Crawl Street last meeting the family that owns it last year. It's very on brand for who Stephen Kellogg is as an artist. So with that in mind, this year I decided to do a night of sing-alongs. So my single, I've got a big catalog, so it's a lot of the kind of fun rock and stuff that I've done over the years, and then some of the songs by I've enjoyed playing. So I'm envisioning just like a great hang. I think the show starts at 8.
Okay.
I'm not the best on those things, so I would double check that on some website. My friend Taylor Carson, who's fantastic, is going to open the show, and then we're just going to make it's very intimate scene. It's going to be laid back. We're going to be singing songs. And I love that family. I just think it's a great way to kind of get the good vibes rolling for the weekend. So tickets are at I know there's a link through my site, stephenkellogg.com, and I'm sure if you're already on the ground there in Ocean City, I think you could probably go by the Crawl Street Tavern and get them there too. So
So I do know that they're $35 at the or online, I believe, and then $40 at the door.
okay,
Um,
so there
so
you go.
last year, I'm pretty sure I heard that OAR walked in and Chef Robert Irvine when you were up there. Like,
They were all in the house, man.
take
They were
me
all
through
hanging
what's
out. And this
going
year,
through your
I got
head when you see these incredible, famous people like coming in to see you.
they're it's good. We've got a lot of friends around the festival this year, so I think I wouldn't be surprised if we see some cool friends who are more famous than I there.
Well, e- everybody knows you down in Ocean City. They all go to see you at Cross Street Tavern. So let's talk about your tour. You were on tour pretty much from now until I think it looked like New Year's Eve. Are you like
Yeah,
on tour?
I'm just getting ready to head out for a long run, and we're in the middle of it. This is a bit crazy, but I'm shooting two stand-up comedy specials. So um, that is crazy we've got this rock and roll tour for the next 5 weeks, two comedy specials, and then go back out and finish the year with some more music stuff. So it's things are busy and
You
fun.
wear you wear a lot of different hats. You've got the musical hat, you've got the comedic hat, but you also have a girl dad hat, I think.
Oh yeah. Oh
So
yeah.
how is that? Talk about being a girl dad. 'Cause I
I
know
mean,
it is not for the faint of
look,
heart.
just being a dad is crazy. It's clunky. You try your best. I try to be really honest, whether I'm telling a story about it or writing a song about it. But I have four daughters. My oldest is at the University of Maryland, which is cool. I'm not from Maryland. I live in New England up here, but we fell in love with the school, and she really likes it. She's got a radio show, and I listened to it yesterday, and she was shouting out the festival. And I toured last summer with, I went out, I was supporting the Counting Crows all summer, and two of my daughters came on the road and sang in my band. And then that led to us all putting a song out with Counting Crows last year that the girls are on. So it's really, the reason I tell you this, Katie, is it's very, it's surreal in a wonderful way to be able to mix my life as a dad with my life as a musician and an artist, and a lot of what I've gotten to do that centers this festival's got a lot of people who've played a role at one point or another, and that's exciting.
So as far as like your kids and your family, they've got to give you some type of inspiration for writing. Like talk about the inspiration. Like where do you get inspiration from?
Well, I always thought I was going to get it from other things. I thought I'd keep my family very private. I thought I was going to be like Tom Petty or something. And as soon as my first daughter was born, I was basically like, it was like Lion King, just like, look what I did, guys. You know what and you don't have to have kids to know unconditional love. You really don't. But it was a fast path for me into that. I have a lot of friends in life, but unconditional love, that's a very short list. It's like I have my four girls' names tattooed on my arm, and my wife, who I've been with for over 30 years, she's a button, she's a symbol just in case, it's like, but their names, there's nothing they could ever do that's good where I'm not gonna love them completely. So when you access that kind of unconditional love, it is inspiring, it's powerful, and you can write songs fueled by that, and I have, because it's a main, it's a quick hit, of a way to get there. And you can get there other ways, but it's just a quick way to get to that big love feeling.
So going back to all the different hats, did you always want to be a musician? I saw you did a TED Talk back in like 2013. You did
Yeah,
some TED Talks.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, I wanted to. I didn't, I'm not sure I realized that it was a viable career option. It's amazing to me. I'm 47 now. It's amazing to me. Um, that I haven't had another job in 25 years, and that feels miraculous. But then when I look back on it, I did always want to do it. I did always have it in my mind, whether I was willing to admit that to myself or not. So I try, when I talk to young artists, I try to encourage them to just you know think about what it is they really want, and then not be afraid to pursue that. The world will weed you out if it needs to, but I didn't need all those adults back in the day saying, "Oh, it's a tough living" and stuff like. I mean, everything's a tough living. Living is tough, you know. But you should try to do the thing that you're inclined to do if you can. And actually, in the TED Talk, I use this line that I got from The Office. So this isn't mine, but I said it's better to be at the bottom of a ladder you want to climb than the top of one that you don't. And I believe that.
That's so funny. I actually have climbing the ladder down on stuff to like talk to you about. I
That's very
feel
cool.
that you are just so inspirational. And, a lot of people look up to you not only for the music, but for the
Uh,
TED Talks and that, that life talk. Like you had always said, like you don't have to just stick with one thing. You can be almost 50 and try something else. And, there's nothing stopping you. And why stop at it? So don't put yourself in a box. And I really thought that was a really important message.
yeah, yeah, cool. Well, thanks. Thanks for keying into it. I definitely feel that way. I didn't we I did this because I felt I didn't have a choice in the matter, and it's brought me a lot of joy, and it doesn't mean it's been easy, but I don't know anybody whose life is easy. That's
That
not really something to aspire to,
And even if it looks easy, there's something behind the scenes you just may not know about.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, for definitely, even this, we've got this lovely festival this weekend, and I'm gonna see who are attending and stuff, and it's everybody's carrying some burden and they're just trying to like that's why we do these weekends like this. It's like, all right, the problems will be there for us Monday, but starting Thursday with Steven at the Crawl Street, we're gonna just lay that stuff down until Monday, afternoon or whatever.
Agreed. So who are you excited to go see other than I know you said OAR and Counting Crows. Who else do
OAR,
you want
Counting
to see?
Crows. I mean, I love, Guster, those guys have been buds for a long time. Blues Traveler was one of the first concerts my wife and I saw together. I'm excited for all of it, you know. My family will be, they're gonna come down and attend. So yeah, I'm just looking forward to playing and it's it's an intense moment. I don't know if it's September or 2024, but there's a lot of emotions, in the ether right now. And I'm so looking forward to just letting some of those vibes. I mean, that stuff's useful when it comes to music. And I think we'll see that in a lot of the bands, just like the feeling of release that comes when there's when the ether could feel a little tense or overwhelming, that's when the music really hits because it has a real purpose. So I'm looking forward to seeing some stuff I've never heard yet, but I'm sure I'm going to find a couple of new acts that I'm excited about that down there too.
Well, I know there are a ton of people heading towards Ocean City for kicking off with you Thursday night at Crawl Street Tavern to kick off the Ocean's Calling 2024. Stephen, thank you so, so much for being with us.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. Thank you for having me, Katie, and I'm looking forward to it all too.
We will see you we'll see you at Cross Street Tavern. And I'm not sure if you're on the carousel stage, but we will make sure we post everything and get the
Sunday
link.
at the Rockville stage at 12:30
Sunday, there
with
you go.
with the
Sunday,
band.
Rockville Stage, 12:30. Thank you
That's it.
again, and we will see you down at Ocean's Calling.
All right. See you soon.
Thank
Take care.
you.